A right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees, and 90 degrees is equal to pi over 2 radians. A right triangle is a triangle that contains a right angle. The side opposite to the right angle, which is the longest side, is called the hypotenuse. The remaining two sides are called the legs of the right triangle. Find the 6 possible ratios that can be formed with the length of the opposite side y, the adjacent side x, and the hypotenuse r from angle theta. And we find this ratio by using SOHCAHTOA. The first one is called sine theta, and it's the opposite is y, over the hypotenuse, which is r. The second ratio is the cosine, and we use the adjacent over the hypotenuse, r. And the third one is the tangent, and the tangent is the opposite, TOA, opposite, y, over adjacent, which is x. The reciprocal of sine is cosecant. Cosecant theta is r over y. The hypotenuse over the opposite. The reciprocal of sine is secant, and secant is r over x. The hypotenuse over the adjacent side. And the reciprocal of tangent is cotangent, and cotangent theta is equal to x over y, adjacent over opposite. Here's another fun way to look at the ratio. Sine is so it's opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is ka, so it's adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is TOA, so it's opposite over adjacent. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so it's hypotenuse over opposite. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it's the hypotenuse over adjacent. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. It's the adjacent over the opposite. These are the 6 trigonometric functions of angle theta. Now you can just look at these basic facts about right triangles, and we will move on. Find the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of theta for the given triangle. First, we need to find the hypotenuse since it's not given. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Pythagorean theorem. C squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is 9 plus 16, so C squared is equal to 25. And because C is a line segment, C will be equal to the principal square root, the positive square root of 25, which is 5. Now that we have all 3 sides of the triangle, we can calculate the ratio. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, 3/5. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, 4/5. And tangent is the side opposite to theta over the adjacent, so it's 3/4. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so 5/3. Secant, the reciprocal of cosine, 5/4. And cotangent, the reciprocal of tangent, 4/3. Find the value of the trigonometric function if cosine theta is equal to 5/8. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. We need to calculate the opposite side, which is the altitude. So 8 squared is equal to a squared plus 5 squared. 64 is equal to a squared plus 25. And when we subtract 25 from both sides, we get a squared is equal to 39. If a squared is equal to 39, a is equal to square root of 39. A is a line segment. So we're going to replace the opposite side by square root of 39. Then we can look for the tangent. So tangent theta is equal to the opposite, which is square root of 39, over the adjacent side to theta, which is 5.